Hey, welcome back to the 5 Minute Strategist. So what's your favorite app? What's the one that you find yourself recommending over and over and over again? I've been a member of Headspace for years. When I left corporate, everybody was telling me I needed to meditate, which was probably true. But the concept of meditating was as foreign to me as life from another planet. So I really needed like the baby intro level of like, here's how you do like 5 minutes a day and then 7 minutes a day. And I needed to understand all the reasons why this was important and how it worked. And Headspace fulfilled that need. And I've been a loyal customer since. I renew every year like clockwork. I have my favorite voices. I have my favorite meditations. And I love the founder Andy's story. He spent 10 years becoming a Tibetan Buddhist monk and has since then transitioned into teaching everyday people how to meditate. Now, I love a lot of founder stories and they do not make me stick with an app. I stick with Headspace because it's easy to use, it gives me options depending on my mood or my need, and I've never been able to stump it with a topic I needed help with. No, this is not an ad and it's all going to connect in a second. We're told constantly that stories sell, and they do initially. But after the story, after that initial sale, all that counts is your service and your results. As a small business owner, retaining customers adds value to your business and cuts your costs. So it needs to be more than an afterthought. A Harvard Business Review study reported that if you can increase your customer retention rates by 5%, your profits will increase from anything from 25% to 95%. Okay, that's a huge range, and that doesn't make the study less valid. It speaks to the exponential effect of retention on your business. Harvard Business Review has also reported that it costs anything between 5 and 20 times more to acquire a new customer than to keep an existing customer. So if you can retain a customer, 1, they tend to spend more, and 2, you need to spend less on marketing. And these existing customers, these happy customers who buy from you again and again and again, also provide you with referrals and share your work out. And that's the kind of marketing you can't buy. And if these customers are spending with you on repeat, that's also making your business more stable and predictable, which is great for your peace of mind. If you flip that on its head and we think about losing a customer, we tend to think, oh, I didn't make that sale. But actually, you've potentially missed out on an entire lifetime of future revenue, the total amount that they could have spent with you. If you don't retain your customer, all of that potential revenue just drifts away. And you're required to then invest in marketing to bring in new customers to replace them. And if they've left because they didn't have a great experience and they start talking about that out in the world to their network, that's going to potentially make it even harder for you to find that next customer. As a small business owner, you can't afford to let revenue just slip through your fingers like that or to add to your spending. So you need to figure out what makes your customers stick with you so that you can do more of that. The first step is to figure out who your high value customers are. So customer lifetime value is the metric that you're looking for. You're looking to identify the total amount a customer is expected to spend with you over the whole lifetime of that relationship. Where they have a high customer lifetime value, they're the ones that you're looking for. They're the ones that keep coming back and that you can count on in your revenue. When you find them, you can then think about what retention strategies are working for those types of customers and tailor your offerings around that. 2 key areas you don't want to sleep on. 1, personalization. We're pretty good about this in our small business space, right? We make sure that when we send an email, it doesn't say, hey, first name. We segment them so that they get the right experience. But what if you could go deeper into that? Is there a way that you can add more personalization into the journey? Right back to Dale Carnegie, nobody loves anything more than the sound of their own name. This is the kind of attention that turns that one-time buyer into a repeat customer who eventually becomes a raving fan out on the interwebs for you. The second thing you have to be on top of is customer service. This means exceeding your customers' expectations and showing that you value their satisfaction. That means your delivery has to be on point. It has to be incredible. And when something goes wrong, you have to fix it immediately. You want to make these customers feel cared for because when they feel important to you, they feel invested in the business and they're more likely to share your brand. The key to your retention strategy is remembering that your customers can be your strongest assets. And we need to think beyond just, how do I get the next sale? I'm not talking about a value ladder here. I'm talking about, how do you build a relationship with that customer that lasts for a long time so that they get to the point that they're your raving fan. And this is too important to do on the fly. So what's your strategy for customer retention?